Hey fellow tankers, Mobius Wide here with another World of Tanks console update video for you, and I haven't done one of these in a long time because, hey, I'm lazy. Simple as that. So we've got update 3.4 dubbed Overlord coming out very shortly. The battle expands into new territories with update 3.4 Overlord. Battle on Normandy Beach or in a downpour of rain in Comarin. This update also has improvements to the armor and component viewers and plenty more. So I'll just go some of the highlights of this update here. We've got a new map called Overlord and a map variant of Comarin, a rain variant of Comarin. Overlord, the epic invasion of Normandy comes to life in Overlord, which features a breached Atlantic wall, a beach on the English Channel to the west, and high cliffs to the east. Vehicles with good gun depression can take advantage of numerous vantage points and ridges to poke and fire. Overlord features custom modifications like unique bunkers, farms, and more, and they've got a couple images showing some specific locations on the map there. You can see that there appears to be some kind of a church in a part of the map, and this must be one of the unique bunkers that they were talking about. There's also some bomber planes flying overhead to add a little immersion to the map too. It looks pretty cool. That is a very, as far as I recall, highly received or positively received and popular map on the PC version of World of Tanks, so it's nice to see it coming to console version finally. We've also got a rain variant to the old map Comarin. A little rain doesn't stop the tank carnage. Comarin rain adds showers to this favorite map, so stay clear of the center swamp and be careful not to get spotted when you cross the rough countryside. I'm not exactly sure how to call Comarin a favorite map, but it is what it is. It's not one of the worst ones. It's kind of middle of the road for me personally. Anyways, enough about that. So a couple screenshots here. It looks like from the Xbox One version. You can see the water's very well done. Plenty of rain effects everywhere. Everything looks all wet and soggy and just crappy. Now here's a really good improvement that I'm excited to see. This is great, especially for newer players out there who want to look up the more detailed statistics on a tank before they research and or purchase it. Improvements to armor and component viewer. The armor and component viewers are great ways to get vital information from your most battle-tested tanks. Since its introduction, we've heard your feedback and added a few more stats. Engine module displays engine fire chance. Gun module displays gun elevation and depression. Suspension module, terrain resistance included. This is normally a hidden statistic that you have to find through searching a third party, such as tanks.gg, which I would use on my Tank Talk reviews all the time. Ammunition module, shell velocity added. This is a really nice thing to add. Not really something that people really look for, but it is actually an important statistic to look up when you want to research a tank. But that's not all. You can now use the armor and component viewers for unpurchased vehicles in the tech tree and for store bundles. Thank you. My biggest gripe when they implemented the armor and component module viewer was that you can't see it on tanks you don't own. Oops, sorry. You could only do it for tanks that you had purchased. So, I mean, what was really the point if you're trying to look up where to shoot a tank that you don't have? You know what I mean? Great idea to implement. It was just missing that one major thing. But now they have it added, which is absolutely fantastic. In the tech tree, select tank info. With the bumper buttons, you can move between the inspectors. Deciding what to spend your earned XP in silver is tough. Use the armor and component viewers to get a quick brief on a prospect tank. So this is just a fantastic thing to look out for. You no longer have to go to third-party sources such as tanks.gg or wetinfo.net, things like that, to look up these specific armor values on tanks that you don't have, that you're thinking about getting, which is great. This is great for older players and newer players alike, in my personal opinion. There's a schwack of new achievements and trophies. Nothing really major. The ones that stand out for me are Dressed to Impress, play once in camouflage on a map that matches the camo. And the other one is Preparing for War, equip 3 types of equipment on a vehicle. So basically you get an achievement for jumping into a game with camouflage on your tank. And you get a second achievement for actually putting on 3 pieces of equipment on another tank, or the same tank. You know, whatever. I think this is trying to encourage people to put camouflage and equipment on their tanks. Are people not doing that? I don't know. Hint, hint. You definitely want to be putting equipment and camo on all your tanks. You don't want to gimp yourself by not having those. There's a slew of other achievements there. You can check these out on your own. I'll have the link in the description, of course. There's also now penalties for self-destructions. No one likes quitters, even in the face of imminent defeat. Tankers who choose to self-destruct will have their tanks worth in silver and XP divided across all living opponents at the time of the self-destruction, and be notified of that in the post-battle results screen. Self-destruction means your vehicle is destroyed of your own accord, without enemy fire or other vehicle contact, such as driving off a cliff, even accidentally, possibly, or drowning yourself in the lake. We all hate those arty scumbags that are the last ones alive, and then they deny somebody an extra kill, possibly denying them, say, a Radley Walters or a Top Gun, because they go drown themselves. Nobody likes that. So this is kind of a nice way to spread out the losses, I suppose. The downloads are quite sizable. You got at least 1 gigabyte on every console, including the Xbox 360. There's an extensive list of new features, additional features, and of course the always important bug fixes. Huge list of bug fixes, from simple things such as different meshing or texture improvements on the various tanks. I highly recommend you go through these on your own time, because I'm going to be cutting this video really short right about now. I would like to point out a couple changes that you might notice. The T-54 first prototype and the T-54 Motherland, if you recall the Motherland ops from several months ago. If you got the Motherland for free, the max ammo count has been increased from 34 to 56, so be sure to double check the ammo loadouts on your Motherland if you earned one of those like I did many months ago, and accommodate for the fact that you now carry almost twice the amount of rounds. Not quite, but pretty close. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, there was a change. Where does it say? Boilermaker. Currently there's a known issue with 3.4 displaying the view range of the Boilermaker as 360. The view range is still 370, and the UI will be fixed soon. This actually said something different not a few hours ago, that the view range was actually changed from 370 to 360. Apparently it's a bug that is displayed as 360 in-game, though. It is actually still, in fact, 370 meters of view range. And as I said, there's a host of other bug fixes, especially on the vehicles and the maps and whatnot. I highly recommend going through these notes on your own time. I will have a link to the description. I will have a link to this webpage in the description below. In the meantime, this has been Mobius. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one or on the battlefield. Happy tanking! My God, I need a haircut.